Well, this is unlike anything I have ever done on my channel before. I am going to be watching the global premiere of the brand new 2022 Harley-Davidson motorcycles, and I'm going to be giving you guys my honest, genuine reaction video. Now, like many of you on the internet, I have been seeing the leaked photos of the new motorcycles, and I just want to let you know I tried really hard not to do any more research other than just visually looking at the photos. So of course, like many of you, the one bike I'm very excited for is the brand new FXLRS-T, the new Lowrider S Touring Edition. So I got my screen up and going here. I'm gonna wait for the premiere to start, and I just want to share my thoughts with you guys. It's bitterly cold here in Ohio. Unfortunately, I can't ride, so this is the next best thing to get me excited for motorcycling. Also, shameless plug, if you can't see, there is a new merch item available. It says, "Her two wheels, be good, ride motorcycles." And it's got my Appa and a camper, a tent on it. Obviously, we're still in the beginning of the video. I've never done anything like this before, but if you like this kind of video, please give it a thumbs up and let me know if you want me to do more like this. Also, I should mention, obviously I'm not going to have the entire video in this vlog right now because it would be way too long, so if you guys are interested, I do have the video linked down in the description, so go watch the global launch. So the things I will not be speaking on in this video is I probably won't have many opinions on the technical aspects or the history or the design of the motorcycle. This is just going to be a genuine reaction of what I think of the bikes and whether or not I think Harley's making the right moves. If you guys are not familiar to my channel, I ride motorcycles for the feel of them. I have had exactly the same amount of fun riding a 125cc motorcycle as I have riding a 2,500cc motorcycle. So for me, bikes are exciting, and this is exciting.
We are kickstands up on the dawn of a new day. Moments of solitude found on roads less traveled. And moments that take our breath away.
Okay, already Harley is like on the same level as Subaru commercials now. Like, I get so much emotion watching these like teasers.
Good morning. We're gonna go do this. When we decide we're gonna do it, we're gonna win.
Okay, that was emotional. These are so emotional. Good job, Harley. Tugging on my heartstrings. All right, let's get into the bikes.
Lowrider S was a key piece of that DNA, and that's why you see bronze wheels and bronze accents on the powertrain.
Okay, I'm going to pause it with that because I do have a lot of opinions about the way that they're taking their touring models right now. Obviously, you guys know I ride a touring road glide. I have a 2018 Harley-Davidson road glide. It is the 2nd gen Milwaukee 8 and the 107 cubic inch. I never truly felt the need to improve my motorcycle in the way it came of like motor size and stuff like that because I genuinely use my bike as a touring machine. So that was where I was coming with that. And of course, right when I bought my road glide was at the height of the Battle of the Baggers when everyone was buying baggers and modifying them and making them into these like performance baggers. And so people asked if I was going to do that. And I truly have no desire to do that. I love riding my bike long distance. I'll keep it, you know, not slow, but just steady and smooth, and that's my aesthetic. But holy shit, this, I honestly, like I said, this is a blind reaction to everything they are announcing right now, and this just kind of blew my mind. I didn't look at too many of the leaked photos of the touring bikes because I just wasn't interested. I already have one. But this right here, I can tell you 100% right now, if I were to buy a touring bike, if I were to buy my bagger again this year, this is the one I would go for. I can't begin to tell you how aesthetically pleasing and sexy this motorcycle is. I don't even know if I would do modifications to make it into a tourer. I would just try to limit myself and ride it for what it is. But the fact that this bike comes standard with a 117 and it's not a CVL, I don't know. That's really, really exciting because I was in a bit of a toss-up between whether or not I wanted my 107 or if I wanted to jump up to a 114. Yeah, I don't know. These aren't things that would make or break me at the end of the day, but these are things I'm thinking of. So love the new ST line. Like, that's amazing. And the fact that you can get these performance parts without having to go up into a CVO level is I love options. I love options. That's all I'm gonna say. So let's keep watching.
That is the product that we took basically directly out of the catalog, essentially, before it was released, and put it on a race bike.
Okay, automatically that is something that I would love to come standard on all new motorcycles, is like upgraded performance stock suspension. When I bought my bike used and it came with upgraded Fox suspension, and I just can't begin to tell you how much I would love to have an adjustable suspension on my motorcycle so I can adjust it while traveling. So the fact that it's coming with Olin stock like that is like, I mean, you gotta keep up with what you gotta keep up with. All these other brands are coming out with these like upgraded suspensions that are not OEM, so, well, not OEM to their brand, so okay, anyway.
Right.
Okay, CVOs. This is above my price bracket. It's like shopping for a wedding dress. You're never supposed to shop for a wedding dress above your budget, because you're going to fall in love with it. So I kind of want to skip this part, but I'm not going to.
You know, you can make anything look good on paper.
Custom view.
I'm going to stop again because I just keep getting these thoughts. I'm only probably halfway through this global premiere, and I keep getting the overwhelming concept of like, Harley is finally listening. They're paying attention to what is happening in the world and how people are currently modifying their motorcycles to make them what they want in their heart. So the fact that like I can already tell based on these new graphics, these new aftermarket parts that are coming stock on the motorcycle, I can tell that Harley's paying attention and picking up and mimicking what other external companies are already doing to these Harley-Davidsons. Good job, Harley. Okay, so here's the Lowrider S. Before we get into this, I do want to remind you guys that I have test ridden the Lowrider S from the model year 2020 and 2021. So if you are familiar with my channel, I did a demo ride on this motorcycle at Faro Harley-Davidson. This was the 2021 model year Lowrider S. And then I also got to ride Blockhead Moto's 131 2020 Lowrider S. And that bike was absolutely amazing. So total transparency, spoiler alert, I'm obsessed with this motorcycle. I think this is the best motorcycle Harley-Davidson has produced in a very long time. I love it so much more than my Dyna. I truly think it is a better platform than my Dyna. So yeah, I love this bike. I'm really excited to see what they're doing, and I'm super excited to see the touring edition. Yo! Oh my god, I saw 2 seconds of it. Oh, I loved it. Okay. Okay. I have goosebumps. I don't know if you guys can see that. This is what I wanted. This is what I've wanted the whole time. I think it's beautiful. I think that fairing is so beautiful. I've been in love with the look of like the old FXR fairings, the FXR T-Step. Like this, I feel like is such a classic replica of that style, but it has such modern features to it. It has that little baby shark nose that I love. The front end, for me, 10 out of 10. I love it. I love the fixed fairing. I love it so much. The bags, if you guys are familiar, the bags came off of the Harley-Davidson Sport Glide. I've ridden that motorcycle. I honestly wasn't a huge fan of it because this is exactly what I wanted. I think, dude, this bike is going to be the hottest selling bike. I'm telling you right now. If this was available when I bought my Road Glide, I probably would have bought this motorcycle. Obviously, I don't know anything about the price point or stuff like that. This is a blind reaction, but damn, that looks so good. I love it. Okay.
We brought the bike up off the ground
Oh, they moved the tack off the
a
tank.
little bit more to give it a little more lean angle. We've also taken instrumentation and moved it from the console.
Yo, I didn't know that. Oh, that was my biggest complaint about riding the Lowrider S, was like all of the clusters was down on the tank, and I love being able to quickly glance and see what I'm like doing. I love that they moved it up on the bars. I do know the other one is, I think, a digital tack, which is like no big deal, but I love having that classic cluster up there. That was a good move. Love that.
On the fuel tank and put it up into the rider's eyesight. And that's something that we heard directly from riders, that they wish they could have a little less movement in the neck and eyes to actually read the gauges of the motorcycle.
Adding aftermarket fixed fairings.
They were either restoring FXRTs or FXRs and putting that fairing on there, or they were taking the fairing at a swap meet and trying to, figure out how to get it on their Dyna.
Yep.
A lot of the shows that we pay attention to around the world, we started to see just a couple bikes that were like this. To be in a sea of 100 bikes that were kind of executed in the old manner, you would see 2 or 3 bikes that were done in this new way.
Yep.
And that's how we spot a trend. And that's where you have to go in and say, is there something here? Is this an anomaly, or is this something that's going to catch on?
Paying attention! Now, I can't tell if the vents close or not. I think that'll be an important factor, especially for people like me who live in the winter world. Closable vents will be awesome, but I'm, like, honestly, right now, there's nothing I can pick apart about this bike. I love everything about it. I know how this motorcycle rides, and the new ST right now, I'm obsessed. I truly do love it. I really hope I get the opportunity to ride this motorcycle so I can give you guys a more fleshed out thought, but for now, just know, like, I'm loving this.
Of performance and touring.
All right. I love it. I love it. Sorry, I switched angles. We're gonna have a weird shadow on my face, but overall, they didn't really talk about, much specifications and stuff like that on the bikes, which is totally fine. This is an emotional launch. Obviously, you can go Google it, check out the specifications yourself. Like I said, we're not here to talk about that. Aesthetics and appearance aside, whether or not you like the bike or not, this is a home run. This is a knock out of the park. Harley-Davidson hit the nail on the head by creating an option for this motorcycle. There are almost no aftermarket or third-party companies out there that are making similar FXRT fairings for this bike. There are a few, trust me, but they're all very, very limited, and hence why most club-style motorcycles go with like similar fairings to what I have on my Dyna, and it made a world of difference. So I am so excited for this ST lineup launched by Harley-Davidson. I think it's exactly what they've been missing. It's my aesthetic. Like, I'm telling you guys right now, if I didn't already own both of my bikes, I would spend so much money. I don't have that kind of money, but I would do whatever I could to get my hands on this motorcycle. And I might still, like, I'm not gonna lie, you guys know I will not sell my Dyna. But damn, like, and I'm sitting here thinking, like, no, you don't need another touring bike. You already have a touring bike. Stop. But that's just how excited I am about this. And I'm so stoked for people in that middleweight category who don't want to go all the way up to a touring bike, who don't need to. This is the perfect canyon carver. This is the perfect daily commuter. This, honestly, I think is the perfect motorcycle. I love it. I'm so obsessed with it, and I've only seen the teaser. That being said, I'm also super excited about the ST touring motorcycles. The baggers, I think, are so beautiful, so aesthetically pleasing, and I also think those are going to sell like hotcakes. The least amount that you can do as a consumer to modify a bike to make it look how you want, and it just comes stock like that, love it. Love it. Let me know what you think of this motorcycle. There are no wrong answers. I'm just so happy that Harley-Davidson is what feels like finally listening to the community, paying attention and seeing what people are doing on their own, and they are making moves, and I think it's going to be a game changer in selling motorcycles. Congratulations, Harley-Davidson. I am so stoked to see how this bike performs, how this new lineup performs, and I'm just like super excited on what you guys have coming up in the future. I saw the little teaser there at the end on the new like Revolution Max motors that you guys are working on, and yeah. And for you guys watching, if you're new to the channel or not, I don't mind. Please let me know what you thought of this video down below. I'm not a very big wealth of knowledge. I don't have a huge history in motorcycles. I don't know a lot about the technical aspects of motorcycles, but I do know I love riding motorcycles. I love looking at motorcycles, and I just love everything else that has to do with the emotional connection that you get from riding, other than spec sheets. So if you like this kind of video, please let me know down in the comments. And yeah, which one do you want to see me ride first? Damn. Hindsight's 2020. Thank you guys for watching, and until my next video, you be good, and I will see you later.